Alright, on the big boxes. Ugh. Hey, that sounded like a crankshaft in there. Something heavy and metal. It's just fragile, don't drop it. I would never drop a box. Oh, looks like 2 cylinders. I don't know, maybe 2 heads? No, it's a cylinder. Didn't have enough packing on the bottom, keep them banging on the table and I dropped it. Need more layers of cardboard in there. That's why I like wrapping these in cardboard and not have this where it's already beat flat right here. See, not much protection on that side. It's got protection on this side, but it's already beat off on this side. There's no protection anymore. So if somebody like me drops it, it's cause issues. Get all that for that. And then there we go yet. Panhead. Alright, panhead day. Panheads are scallop cut, shovelheads are round. That's how you tell them apart real quick. Rear cylinder has the big fat edge on the side. Front ones look like this on both sides. So right off the bat you can see it's got 2 rear ones here. So they're the same. So that's one there and this is one here. So there you go. This is a J cylinder. This one's a F cylinder. Is that an F? Yeah, I think that's an F. Yeah, it's F. This one's rustier. This says June 55. 4.67 bore. This one says 57 cylinder standard bore, 3.4. Be a miracle. It's pretty thick. Look how thick it is. See, it's got the chamfer still up in the hole. That's a good sign. Even on the bottom, you see the chamfer. That means a small bore. This one is broken. See how this doesn't have a chamfer on the inside? It's knife edge. It's bigger. Well, you see it's still a little bit of chamfer here on the top, so it's not super big. This one's definitely rusty. This one here is too. Don't see any major issues with it. So, whoa, right there's the issue right there. It's a big gouge in that thing. Huge gouge. How'd they do that? Got a big valley in there. Damn, that's big. I don't know what would cause that. Something got stuck in there when it's supposed to be in there, obviously. It's 53 and later because it's got the hole in it. That's a drain hole coming through the cylinder. So drains through the side. So 53 and later has that hole. 52 and earlier does not have that hole. I don't care what the dates on the cylinder say. So that's pretty bad. So this is a nice standard bore cylinder up here, but down here it's 100 over. So what you do on this is you get your brazing right here and you braze this thing up. And then repunch the cylinder. Because the rings don't get down too far down. See, the rings are above this surface here. And And this one here, the rings will just barely touch that, but as you bore it bigger, it'll come down lower, lower, lower. There's not a lot of load down here at the bottom cylinder, and if it did eat back out a little bit, it's not going to hurt anything. So, to save this cylinder, I'd weld this up. That'd be gas brazing rod. That means you go and use that gas torch right over there. You weld it up. And you make that into a good cylinder. This one had nope, got a broken thing on it too, right here. What else is broken on it? Looks like that's it. Yeah. You know I'm not hurting the cylinder by rubbing on my table or rolling it. Alright, so this one has to be welded up here and welded up on the inside. So you do both at once. And then theoretically it should be a standard cylinder when you're done. So you're going to punch it 10 or 20 over because of the rust and just to clean it all up. So not bad. This one over here is rusty everywhere. Heavily rusted. It'll take at least 20 thou of bore to clean that rust out of it. The head gasket surface is also pretty rusty and pitted. So if it's pitted around the oil holes, that's going to be a problem because that's pressure and this is just oil return. But it'll leak there if you get too rough, so you might have to cut 10 thou off this surface. Never know. No broken fins so far. This one has all the fins on it. That's a plus. This has a small casting dates on it. You can see the F better now. It's definitely had some piston issues. So that's on the front of the cylinder let go. That's weird. We're on the left side of the bike. Most of the thrusting is on the back where your issues are at. This one's on the front. Got taken on the front. Pretty gouged up. Whatever got in there, it broke the piss out of it. Usually when you see stuff like that, it's a broken piston on the other cylinder. And this was a shrapnel damage. When the other one got all broken, all the crap was hitting on this one, breaking it. I don't see any evidence of damage in the cylinder that would have caused that. So I think that happened on the other cylinder. Definitely caused some issues. Now it's not really going to hurt anything. Yeah, it's cosmetic, it looks like crap. Doesn't really hurt anything. Not a major issue. Let's see what bore these actually are. Always measure at the bottom, not the top. It'll be bigger at the top, but it's carbon up there. So that's 89. So that's 50 over right now. This one here. $37. So that's heavily worn. It's a very, very worn standard. Yeah, like I said, it's definitely got some issues. Something got caught in there. It's like a wrist pin went out, but it didn't take the cylinder out. It just gouged in the bottom real bad. Something got stuck in there. Yeah, a lot of issues. Yeah, so this one's standard right now. It's a loose standard, so it'll barely clean at 10, but it's got rust on it, so it's going to have to go at least 20. So, it's got original paint on it still. There you go. There's the casting dates on that one. I don't believe these casting dates, whatever everybody says things are. I don't care. I just match them. I match up J's to J's, and I don't worry about the other numbers too much. If it even matters, which it doesn't really. Sure, some show guy will believe it. I've seen numbers that are wrong. Where I know it's an early cylinder because it doesn't have a drain hole in it, and I have an early number on it. I don't care. It's not an early cylinder. Early cylinders don't have a hole in them. Duh. So, whatever. Don't believe everything you read. Alright, there you go. So we got two cylinders, both damaged, both need work. This one's going to clean it, you'll probably have to go to 70 to clean. I don't think it'll clean at 60. This one's probably going to go at 20. But there you go. Two cylinders. Something usable at least. There you go.